Hey friends, this is Pastor Matt. This is for a real quick video for those of you who are going to be working on the Proclaim slides, because now we're also adding VMix, which is our presentation for online. I'll show you what I mean by that. These are the two screens that you always used to use, except you can see we've replaced the square screen with a tiny little screen. That's just running Proclaim the way that it always used to. We've added a third screen to the mix, and this third screen controls all of our video and audio out for live streaming and for recording. We will be able to live stream straight from this computer to YouTube and to Facebook at the same time. The mouse connects with all three of these monitors, and so you'll be using Proclaim just like you always did before. But now we're adding this monitor, which the program is called VMix. You can, and I'm going to do the video this way so that I can actually point with my finger. Whatever appears in this window here, this is our live window. Whatever appears here is actually going to appear online. This is what our at-home congregation and online congregation gets to see, this screen here. This is kind of like our on deck, and I'll show you what that means. Down here below, these are all inputs. The two most important ones that we'll be messing with are the one that says PTZ optics camera, and that's whatever our camera is seeing. And then this one is desktop capture, and it's set up to capture the Proclaim slides as they're going. Another important one that we won't mess with is this one on the end that says audio line in. That just means that there's audio input coming in. And then I put these four here. These are just still slides. I'll show you what they do in just a moment. But I'll start out with this one. This is the PTZ optics camera, which is, you're seeing like the whole sanctuary more or less here. And then we have this nice little black remote control that is for the camera. And what's going to be important during the worship service is basically that you use the mouse and you use this remote control. And what's most important with this remote control are these numbers up here, these black buttons with white numbers. And these are the presets. And so our camera is mounted right above us, right there. And when I point the remote at the camera and hit those presets, it will move the camera around to some preset options we have. Number one, I'm going to reach up and point it at the camera. Number one is for preaching, and so it automatically zeroes in on the pulpit. Number two backs it out just a little bit from there, in case we need a little bit of room for whatever we're doing. I'm finding the remote to be not so responsive right now, but there's number two, captures the whole stage. Number three is for the worship team, and that should capture all of the musicians at the same time. Number four brings it into the piano in case like Glory or somebody else is saying something or doing something special at the piano. Number five zips across to the floor mic. Number six we'll use this week. Number six is for communion. And then number seven pans out to catch the bigger sanctuary in case we ever want a shot of all of that. And I'll have a little cheat sheet back here too. And if it doesn't work right away, just keep trying. It'll work soon. Now, so that's the camera angle. So I'm going to bring it into number three, which is for the praise team. And now, this desktop capture, these are our Proclaim slides. And we have set it up to do a little picture-in-picture here. So if I click the little number, there's two options here. There's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Oh, before I do that, these two screens, we can switch them back and forth using these transitions. And these are all transitions that do the same thing. Let's imagine that instead of having a picture of everybody up there, we just wanted to have the Proclaim slides up there. I could hit cut, boom, and then now this is what everybody at home is seeing, just the Proclaim slides. I can fade them back and forth by hitting the fade. That's a little nicer transition. Or merge them back and forth. Wipe. Or cross zoom, and we could pre-program any number of transitions here. And then FTB stands for fade to black. If I hit fade to black here, it'll blink red. You can't see it fade to black here, but people at home, all they're seeing is a black screen. And so it's blinking to let you know that. I'll go back. So now here we have the picture of like the praise, imagine the praise team up there singing. Now, there are two ways that we can do picture in picture. There's a little 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then down here where it says desktop capture Proclaim, there's a little 1, 2, 3, 4. Set it up so that if we click on the number 1, now we have picture in picture up here. And so people at home will be able to see the screen bigger and clearer as a picture in picture. And so we'll design that so that it goes above the tallest praise team member to stay out of their way. Now I'm going to take the remote and I'm going to hit number 1 for preaching. And you can see it's also designed so that the slides can be up there while I'm preaching and not be in the way of anything. If I want to get rid of the slides, all I have to do is hit that little 1 again and they're gone. 1, this, whatever, if I hit 1 here, it brings whatever's in this screen right up to here. If I go down here, I can hit 1 and it'll bring this I just put a communion slide. And so if I hit the 1 here, it just brings the communion slide. Oh, it happens to be on both screens. See, so it's just a fixed picture of whatever's here, up here. And then to get rid of it, I click that 1 again. Here I have a slide that's just for the sermon, for example, if we ever wanted to put that up for some reason. If I hit 1, it puts it right up where the picture-in-picture would go. Now, the reason that there's 2, 3, 4 on all of these is we have it set so that 2 puts it in the lower right-hand corner, get rid of that. 3 puts it across the whole screen, get rid of that. 4 puts it in the lower left-hand corner. Now I have to click on that 4 to get rid of it again, because I could put it in all these different places and then put 1 over the whole thing if I wanted to. So to get rid of something, you just click on it again. But there may be a point where where we just want to put up the sermon slide quick a minute to cover the whole screen. I just click number 3 and there it is. And then it's gone. These two here are just little banners. This week, for example, we're having communion. And so I made a little banner. If I click on 3, it says, please have bread and juice / wine ready for communion after the sermon. There could be just some points during the service where we might just want to pop that up so that people at home remember, oh yeah, I got to get some communion elements ready. I was just playing with things, and there's a little banner, that's who I am. I see that other places do that, and I was just learning how this goes. So that puts it up. This is called like full screen. If I put it in number 1, of course, everything goes in the upper right-hand corner. So then we just have this little thing here, right? Number 2 is the upper right-hand corner, which is the lower right-hand corner. And number 4 is the lower left-hand corner. So you can see that basically we're just going to be able to take our camera feed and our slides, and we'll be able to do a little picture-in-picture wherever we are. So for this week, one of the things, number 6 is communion. So you can see that it's not going to work to have picture-in-picture. That'll just totally cover my face. So here we won't have anything at all. But this is just the basics of how this program works. And it's just a couple of mouse clicks, and hopefully we'll get really good at this. But look forward to having your input as well. So long.